Hello everyone and welcome to Sharice is On. I am your host Sharice Stevens and I'm so excited that you are joining me today. If you are new to the Sharice is On family, we want to say welcome. We are all about inspiration, motivation, and celebration. And if you are coming back because we did take a little break, welcome back. I'm so excited that the family is back together. You know, I just came back from a family reunion and we had so much fun, right? Summertime, it was hot, y'all. It was so hot, but it was so good to be with family, people that you've never met before, family members that you get to meet, right? And new babies, and then of course, those who have, paved the way for us. So it's just good when family can come back together. So we have a family here. It's called the Sharice is On fam. And so I'm happy that we are back together again. And so you know what? I want you to go ahead and share this podcast with somebody who needs a little inspiration, who needs a little motivation. And you know we're all about celebrating you, okay? And so this show is about that today. Like, I'm just chilling today and I want to motivate you. I want to bring some inspiration. And then I want to go ahead and celebrate you for all the things that you have achieved this year. Like all the goals that you set in 2023 at the top of the year. And we're halfway through. Like, we're past halfway now, y'all. And so I know that you've met some of those goals. I know you're still meeting some goals. I know you're still planning some goals. But whatever stage you're in, it's all good, right? And I want to celebrate that. And so that's what I want to talk to you all about. I just want to do what I call a check-in. We're just checking in to make sure that you are on track, right? On your joy journey. So come on in. Let's talk about it. Where you are, what's happening with you. I've been doing so much. Can I just give y'all like a little briefing synopsis of what I've done this summer? It's been fun. We had our Day of Inspiration at Pensacola Beach, Florida, where we got to empower women and young girls. It was amazing, and we were on the beach, and it was so great. I mean, of course, it was hot, right? But the water was refreshing. We had food. We had inspiration. We played games. We got to know each other. We got to share our stories, our journeys, because I found out that we all have a story, that we all have a journey. We all have some things that we've gone through, right, that can help somebody else get through. Don't you love that? We have all gone through so that we can help somebody else get through. And so that's what life is about. And so we had that just a couple weeks ago, about a month ago now, and it was so amazing. We've done all kind of things, just webinars and just coming together. And of course, the show is sponsored by Covered in Glam Boutique, and so we've been doing all kind of things with the boutique. If you're not familiar with Covered in Glam Boutique, go to coveredinglam.com, and that's where you shop all the fabulous pieces that you see me rocking today. And if you don't see me because you're listening, you got to run on over to the Sharice is On YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can get all of the new shows that we have coming up for you. Because I promise, I am making a promise that I am going to be on more often. People saying to me, are you still doing your podcast? I really look forward to it, getting the motivation, getting the inspiration. And so, yes, we are going to be doing more podcasts for you, bringing you more things that we can talk about, that we can share, that we can celebrate together. And talking about celebration, if you don't know, I am the CEO and founder of God's Cover Girls. It is a legally trademarked organization where, again, we get to power women and girls and entire families to be the best version of themselves. And we are now going to be celebrating 13 years. 13 years we are celebrating that we've been coming together, and I hope being a blessing to so many women and girls from all walks of life. And so in August, you're going to be seeing more things and hearing about more things that we're going to be doing to celebrate God's Cover Girls. And somebody said, Sharice, am I God's Cover Girls? Yes, you're God's Cover Girl because you're one, you're covered by God. Two, you cover your sister, each other, right? That makes you God's Cover Girl. So I want you to be a part. You can follow us on social media, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, God's Cover Girls. And then look for me, Sharice Stevens, as the founder and CEO. So listen, I was like, I need to get back into my podcast. I need to connect with my fam again, get reconnected, see how everybody is doing. I love how you guys inbox me and you send me a motivation, or you might send me a testimony, or you might send me something that says, Sharice, you said something in this podcast, or you said something in this post that really blessed me, and I'm thankful for the word that you shared. And I want to continue to do that. You know, and I found out it's not about how many people watch you, how many people listen to you. If you can help somebody, it might be one somebody, as you pass along, then your living will not be in vain. So I want to stop right there and say that to somebody who has a business, who wants to do a podcast, who has dreams and who has goals. We're going to be talking about that today. And it looks like it's small, and you're in that very small season, that beginning, right? That beginning stage of that dream, of that goal, whatever it is. But don't be discouraged. If you can touch somebody's life, just one somebody's life. Look, if you start off and you are inspired by you, because first, you have to first be inspired by you. Did I just say that? Yes. You have to do something that's going to motivate you, inspire you, and then you can inspire others. And that's how you get started. One step at a time. Don't despise the day of small beginnings, because those small beginnings, they grow into great things. You know, little becomes much when you place it in the master's hand. So, it's check-in time. I want you guys to just hit me up on social media. Follow me, Sharice Stevens, God's Cover Girls, Covered in Glam Boutique, Sharice Stevens Foundation, right? I have a CEO, Cover Each Other Network, all those pages, all those groups. God, as I said, God's Cover Girls, Wow, Word on Wednesday. So many ways you can follow me. Just, you know, the young people say, just Google me. But no, just get on social media, type in Sharice Stevens and follow me. Let's stay connected. And then let me know what you got going on. You know, where you're going to be, what you have coming up, what you're working on. People inbox me and say, I'm working on a book. Can you help me? Can you show me? Can you put me in the right direction? And so I love helping out as much as I can. And speaking of book, do you guys have my latest journal? Do you have it? Think and Live Like a Bride, your guide to planning and living your life with joy. Yeah, and I want you to get it. It's available, of course, a couple ways. Of course, it's available at thinkandlivelikeabride.com. It's also available at coveredinglam.com. It is available at barnesandnoble.com as well as amazon.com. So you have so many ways, multiple ways that you can order your book. It is a life planner. I'm going to be your coach, right? And we are coaching our way to joy. Have you ever heard it? But it's for all women and young girls. I have mothers that get this for their daughters because it's just about planning your life. Let me tell you the concept. It's about, think of a bride who is planning her big day, right? Every day she is intentional about planning it, okay? And so I thought about that. Suppose we were intentional about planning our life. Right? Every day we woke up and we were planning what we were doing in our lives and getting ready to reach some big goals and getting ready to obtain some things that we've been dreaming about for a long time, or getting ready to just step out in faith, right? Saying today is the day. If it's just writing it down in your planner, getting ready to do some great things in your life. And so God gave me this concept to think and live like a bride. Plan your life with joy. Sharice, does that mean every day is going to be sunny? Does that mean every day is going to be peaches and cream? No. You're going to have some days, I say bad hair days, right? You're going to have some bad hair days, right? What does that mean? The winds will come, the rain will come, the storm will come. We're going to have some storms. And even in the natural, our hair was like, oh man, the rain came and just, messed me up. But The sun will come back tomorrow. And I always love telling the story about a friend of mine, a dear friend, who we grew up together. And we were in elementary school. And we played, she played sports. And so one day she came to school and she said, I don't remember this, y'all, but I said, Jackie, what is wrong with your hair today? And she was like, I'm having a bad hair day. And I said, yes, but every day can't be a bad hair day. That means you got to get yourself together at some point and bring it all together. And so I said that. We were probably in the 6th or 7th grade, but even then, I wanted my friends, to have themselves together. I wanted to make sure that we were the best representation of ourselves, even at an early age. And I now know why I am coaching women and girls to be the very best version of themselves. And that, whatever that looks and feels like for you, that's what we want you to do. And so she reminded me of that maybe a year ago. And that was many years ago. But she reminded me, she said, you told me that. And it really helped her in life. And it's now helping me. And I hope it's going to help you. Every day can't be a bad hair day, right? Because the sun is going to come out. The rain may come one day, but the sun is going to shine again. And so I want you to take that approach when you are planning and living your life. So listen, guys, if you have your planner, pull it out. And we're going to do some writing today. We're going to do some talking today. We're going to do some thinking today. And the first thing I want you to think about is, where are you in your joy journey? Where are you? First of all, do you have joy? Because there is a difference between joy and happiness. Okay? Happiness happens when something happens. So you get that when something happens that makes you excited. I love happiness too. We all need it. We all want things to happen in our lives that will cause us to celebrate. Yes. But joy is constant. Joy is there no matter what. Joy is there when there are storms, when there is rain, when there is opposition, when there is things happening in your life that you don't know how you're going to get through. That joy is always there, right? Saying, but you're going to get through this, and God has you covered, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. Aren't you happy about that? So even though things are going on around you that you may not agree with, that you may not understand, that you're saying, God, why is this happening right now in my life? But you can also be so thankful and grateful that you have this joy that I'm talking about. And this joy that we're talking about, nobody can take it away from you. It comes from God. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Yeah, that's how you mount up with wings, honey. Come on and fly and soar, because you've got the joy of the Lord. So where are you in your joy journey? If you don't have a planner and you're going to order it, that's fine. But if you don't have it yet, write that down. Where am I in my joy journey? Do I have joy? Have I really been trying to live my life with more joy, with more peace, right? With more understanding? All of those things are possible. You can do it. The Bible says that we can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. And I just said that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So think about that. Put that all together. When you have the joy of the Lord, you can do all things. The things that you thought you couldn't do, the things that you thought you couldn't get through, when you have joy, you can make it. And so I want you to think about your joy journey. Sharice, what are you doing? I'm on a trip. I'm taking a trip. This summer, I've taken multiple trips already, right? Plan to take a couple more. And so have you. Perhaps you're taking those trips to your vacation spot that you dreamed about for so long. And perhaps this is the year that you get to go on the trip, right? Well, think about your life as a trip, and joy is your destination. I thought about this story, and it's even in this planner. You're going to love this. About a man who went on a cruise. And he had just enough money to pay for his cruise, right? And the cruise was sailing. It was this really expensive cruise. It was sailing around the world. And so he said, well, I just got enough money to pay for the cruise. But they would find him in the ship, like tucked to the side, just eating some things he had packed, like crackers and just little things that he was eating because he didn't realize that he had paid the price to eat on the cruise as well. So he had his own little snacks, and somebody said to him, why are you eating that food and not the food that's on the ship? He said, well, I didn't have enough money to pay for the food. I only had enough money to pay for the trip to get to my destination. And they said, no, you've already paid for the price to enjoy the whole journey. You get to enjoy the food, all the activities, the shows. You've already paid for that. So don't just wait to get to the place. Enjoy it as you go. That thing blessed me so. Because how many times in life do we have goals, do we have plans, but we don't enjoy the journey? We don't enjoy all the things to get to the place. We just want to get to the place. But if we change our perspective about our journey to joy, and listen, even the things that we feel like, oh, I wish that hadn't happened, if we can just take those for learning lessons, and learn from them, glean from them, and then once we learn, then we teach, right? Once we learn, then we teach, and then we're able to reach other people who are also going to be on this joy journey. So first of all, on this joy journey, make sure you're planning to live intentionally with joy. Make sure that you are enjoying the destination as well as the journey. Yes, you want to go to that special place. You're looking forward to it. You've done all the research. You know when you get there, all the things you're going to do, right? But on your way there, enjoy it. Take pictures, right? Document. All of those things are a part of your journey to joy. And so I wanted today for you to really stop and think and check in and say, where am I on my journey to joy? Do I have peace? Do I have peace that surpasses all understanding, that guards my heart and my mind? That's the kind of peace you need. Do you have the joy, right? And do you have the love? Do you have love for life and for all the things that God has equipped you with? The Word of God says, I come that you might have life and that you might have it abundantly. Isn't that great? Like, not just life, like living haphazardly, with no plans, with no intention, but you have life and you can live that life to the full, to the best of your ability. That's what I love about the joy journey. And so listen, I wanted to stop and check in and say, how are you? What's going on? Do you have a checklist? Come on, can you check some things off your list? Do you have a list? First of all, do you have a list? Okay, if you got the planner, you have many lists, right? Sometimes I go back in my planner and I'll go back a couple months and I'll say, oh, I did that. I accomplished that. Or yes, I'm close to completing this task. Everything that you have planned, you have been intentional about. You'll find that when you really plan and begin to implement, that those things will come to pass. And so that's what this is about. I wanted to check in with you to make sure that you are good, to make sure that you're on your joy journey, to make sure that you got your planner, your life planner, and that you are planning your life and you are living your life intentionally with joy. And so as we continue this year to bring you more inspiration, more motivation, I want to be able to celebrate you. I want those messages, okay, from you to say, hey, Cherise, guess what? On my joy journey, I was able to accomplish so many things. I love getting testimonials from people who have the planner and how they say, wow, I wake up and I'm intentional about planning. I'm intentional about living. I'm intentional about experiencing life. And that's what I want for you, okay? So listen, I want you to make sure, one, that you have joy, that you have peace, that you have love, that you have understanding, and that you are putting you first. Until the next time, I want you to be sure that you come back. And come back with some goals. Come back with some plans. Come back knowing that God has a plan for your life. He said it. I have a plan to prosper you, right? A plan to give you hope and a plan to give you peace. Until I see you the next time, make sure you live in joy. Bye now.